job.
By the way, I started live streaming.
You say that like that
Cool,
stopped
Samuel.
the Scots.
I'd like to point out my character's constantly on the job. That does not stop me from drinking the whole time.
There
Not
is...
even Scottish. What's your excuse?
My excuse is that my father would keep me away from the bottle. He said there was nothing worse than a drunk dragonborn.
I don't drink because I need to be aware of my surroundings.
I'm in the same.
It's that or I'm dead.
I'm in the same boat as Crow over there.
I mean,
think it's
Lucas,
best.
don't worry. You can get drunk in
No.
Soma.
I refuse.
You can get drunk in
No, I
Soma.
refuse.
Oh, you're actually using Twitch for this one page?
I've always
Crow
used
actually
Twitch.
really
It's
likes
just
the
the
thing
entire
you
thing. I keep sending you the YouTube ones, and YouTube isn't accepting restream at the moment. I don't know why. But Austin, how do you like the name of the live stream?
I haven't seen it. So, okay. I'm going to start the stream. And we'll start the session. If Authy joins. We gave him like 10 minutes.
Why are there so many pose?
I mean,
Can
I called him.
so many pose?
Alright. I'm starting the stream now. Alright. Now, hello everybody. It is I, your Dungeon Master, Downhill Games. And today we're trying a restart of the Grim Hollow campaign.
I'm here this time.
Yes, he is. Now, for people who don't know, Grim Hollow is a campaign setting you can find on ghostandfire.com and is a grim dark fantasy which introduces a whole new slew of mechanics where it comes from new traveling rules, the different conditions such as the dreaded bleed condition, and the most fun of them all, the transformations. Our players are starting at 3rd level, and we are starting in the kingdom of Soma. And Soma is ruled by a very interesting community, we should call it, where most of the community are known as vampiric, you can say.
Well, not
But-
most of them, just the higher ups.
Just the higher ups.
Oh, it's only the entire noble class. It's fine.
Yeah. We are starting in the town of Void. Now, Void is mostly known as a small trading town in between stops to the capital, and sometimes the trade goes up to Riven. I played a little too much Skyrim before this. Now, on the journey to Void, we first start with a small horse-drawn cart with a small man riding on top and sitting beside him. Pacific.
Yes.
Would you like to describe your character?
And sitting behind him is a 6'2" man with a dark beard and an eye patch, clad in chainmail and a dark blue robe over the top of it, with a sword and shield, keeping an eye on the surroundings for any hint of danger.
As you guys grow closer towards you would say about 10ish roughly. Of course, in Soma, the moonlight is not really too bright, and neither is the sun. 10ish roughly is a guess. It wasn't.
It's actually non-existent.
Yep,
So it's day.
yep. In as you guys travel, you see the town on top of a small hill as the merchant kind of sighs a bit of a relief to finally get to town, to finally be in sight of town. That one was a rough one. Hey, Sellsword, you okay?
It's free sword, and
No.
I'm fine.
Sorry, it's been a long journey. Thank you again for taking up this contract.
Not a problem. I was heading in this direction anyways.
You got business in Void?
Some unfinished business, yes.
I wish you luck. I won't be staying for too long. Here to drop off some stuff, and I was wondering if I can hire you again.
We'll see if my business is concluded by then.
Alright, I'll be leaving in 3 weeks. I'll come find you if I need your services. As he is, he is driving the cart towards the entryway of Void. As you finally make it to the wonderful town, not much activity is going on towards the gate of the town, or
Sorry.
where the entry is. 2 guards standing at their posts. Looks like they are just, staying watch and chatting amongst themselves to pass the time. As you and your associate pulls up with your cart. The guards, nod, check the cart, do their job, and don't cause you any trouble. As you enter Void, one of the guards welcomes you to the town. So, Pacific, where do you go?
Well, you see, that depends. Did my contract stipulate getting him just to town or getting him to his destination?
Um, the contract was more to his destination, actually.
I'm sticking with him until he gets to where he's sleeping tonight.
Right. Well, I appreciate all your help. Do you mind if I buy you a drink for good travel?
Not at all.
All right. He kind of quick, like when he thinks no one's looking, he's kind of like looking through a small pouch. He has multiple pouches that keep different amounts of coin. Let's see. I ain't got much for board. I ain't got much for drinks either. I hope you don't mind, but we're going to the cheaper of the 2 options for our drink.
That's fine by me. Needed to find out what all's changed since last I was here anyways.
All right. As he, he's taking his cart over to the.
We'll enjoy the fact that the roads are flipped onto the wrong sides of the town.
I couldn't fix it. I tried.
I know, so instead you put me on. The easiest part would have been just saying, yes, it's on its side, instead of mirrored.
Yeah. Um, as you, as he takes, his cart to the stables and, all the contents of the cart he makes sure is somewhat secured. Takes the horses, ties them up, pays the stable cost. As you guys um, enter the Murky Unicorn Pub. The symbol of the pub is a unicorn who is standing on top of a chair, has a mug in one of its hooves, and it clearly looks like it's had a bit too much to drink. Um, the outside of the tavern looks to be what you would call a lower class establishment, but still tries to keep up some appearance. Uh, on your way into the pub, you do hear a few rumors about a certain giant who has been staying at the Murky Unicorn pub, but the details are kind of skewed. Most of the details you've heard is she is as, or not she. Like I said, the details are very skewed. But some say she's as tall as a mountain, or some say she's as strong as an ox. Like, there's really no consistency to the rumors that you've heard while walking. You get to the pub, and as you get to the pub, see, sorry, looking at my notes. There's a few residents, like a few patrons of the pub, sitting all about. Some people look like they have just gone off a hard day's work. Some people are, seem like they've seen a lot of shit and it's just purely getting drunk. Towards the very back, you see someone just standing around, looking intimidating-ish, as they're standing in the back. And towards the side, Apex.
Why has someone made a fireplace in the corner?
Um, would you like to describe your character?
I guess I was expecting to do this a little bit later, but I can do it now. So, as he walks into the tavern, there is a very distinct figure comparatively to most other native Somans. They're sitting in a chair, but even their shoulders and torso are at least a good, I want to say 6 to 8 inches taller than most everyone else around. A very light, pale skinned woman with blonde hair tied up into a braid down her back, muscles rather bulging, but everything's comparative. She seems to be very proportional, but everything about her is just big as she clasps hands with a man that is sitting across from her, and they begin to arm wrestle.
Um,
But arm wrestling is once again relative, as it looks like she is holding the hand of a child.
uh, the this the other man does look to be a bit muscular. Definitely has a bit of muscle on them, but compared to this uh, huge person in comparison of pure height, yes, it looks like an adult holding a child's hand. As let's see here. Are you able to roll right now, Apex?
I can, if necessary.
Oh, wait. Why is my world VO? What do you mean? What's on? What's going on, Paige? Okay. I believe, would this be an athletics check from your character?
Athletics.
Alright, and you are you. Nope, not you. That's someone else. You.
I say just roll a d20 and tell me if you beat a 19.
Oh, okay.
I'll just use my passive. Tell me if a commoner sheep rolls above a 19.
Commoner.
1d20 plus 0 downhill.
Oh, okay. Well, I was actually pulling up the commoner sheet, but okay.
I mean,
Yeah, they have a +0 in everything.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm helping you out. I'm just letting you know what it is.
8.
That does not beat a 19. They cannot move my arm.
You see you see him like struggling horribly just to make a dent. Are you pushing back at all, or are you just holding it there?
Nope, I'm just using my passive, so I'm just sitting stock still, doing the weird thing that you always see in cartoons where the stronger of the two individuals just sits and lets the person struggle for a bit before pushing back.
You see a bit of a vein coming from this guy's
Don't pop a vein, buddy.
coming from his head as as how long do you let the poor man struggle?
Let's see. First check would be 6 seconds. I'd probably let him go for, let's say, 4 turns would be roughly 24 seconds. So after that, that would be the moment where people start losing interest in the competition. So I'll just put him out of his misery at around 24, 30 seconds.
Okay, so the first one was a natural 1, the next one's a 5, and the third one's a 3. So yeah, this man made no budges at all. As he kind of tired himself out with trying to end this quickly.
Yeah, I'll just push down. I'm not gonna like flip the poor guy. He's embarrassed himself enough. I just hand strength down onto table, and then cheers probably as I announce with everything through that it's another round for everyone in the bar.
As the man pays you 2 silver.
He's allowed to be a bitter jackass.
Yeah. Yeah, he is being better as he leaves the tavern.
He doesn't
I just
want to
pat
embarrass
him on the
himself
back
further.
and say, "Better luck next time." 'Cause I'm just doing my thing. I'm enjoying myself. People come to challenge me.
So the bartender, you have done this multiple times, right?
Oh yeah, no. Pretty
When,
much with every time I win, I typically charge enough that I can buy everyone a round of ale. It's not like really expensive stuff, but just everyone gets a round of ale.
yeah, when the tavern owner saw that the guy wasn't making any budges, he just prepared the he's just started preparing the mug.
You see,
It was like, this
that's how you
chick.
convince people to continue playing. Because if I win, everyone gets drinks.
As he's kind of like, well, okay then. Just starts making ale and all that, and people are coming up, grabbing their drinks. Some people, some of the tavern, what was it? What were they called? Waitresses? I believe there was another word back in the day.
Tavern wench.
Yeah. The tavern, 2 tavern wrenches are like serving drinks, and one of them comes by to you, Apex, with a drink for you, and also to collect the payment for these drinks.
Let's see. How many people are in the tavern at the moment?
Including the 2 people who just walked in.
No, because they would not be part of the round. as they're just coming in?
Not counting yourself, that would be about 7 people.
I'm also not counting the tavern staff.
Yeah, no. I didn't count them either. I didn't count them
Okay.
either. It's
So,
just 7
8
patrons.
people. That's 8 copper. I will just give her one of the silver, and it's essentially a holdover for the next.
All right. She
So-
handles that. You get ale. What happens next?
I sit back, enjoy my drink, and see if someone else wants to challenge me. But that kind of comes back more to what people who just entered do.
So, Pacific, what do you do?
Exactly what I intended to do. Go up to the go up to the bar and actually get a drink.
The guy your employer comes with you and pays for your drink and pays for a drink for himself. Um, there's not much small talk. Like, he kind of knows that sellswords are not really sometimes the most
Three
talkative.
swords.
Sorry, I
Free
keep thinking.
sword.
3 swords are not normally the most talkative of people. As as he just kind of buys you a drink and lets you know that he'll most likely be staying at this tavern for the next few weeks. Um, After that, he says that tomorrow he will be going towards his shop or towards a shop he's making a supply drop to. And when you two get there and gets done unloading, that will be the end of your contract from what you guys have agreed upon earlier.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to pay for your room. I do apologize.
That's not going to be a problem.
All right. As he's taking a sip of his ale. So, you think you're So what do you think of them over there? He kind of, you know, nods his head over towards the big, one- the big one.
Laughing Goliath noises from sauced up Goliath.
She's strong.
Think you could take her?
I was gonna look at him,
Okay.
look at her, look at him. Then a straight up fight? No.
Well, I was thinking more of what they apparently been doing for a while, from what I can tell.
Nope. Sip ale.
It's like, I know my strengths. I have the big brain. I think my problem's to death.
Okay, whoever's doing that shit in the corner, can you please stop?
What?
All the shit that's happening in the corner of the map, please stop.
Oh my
What?
god.
What's happening?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's
I
this
can't see
picture.
the map.
Eins.
What?
Okay.
Mine zones out like I do, so I don't
shit.
expect
Now
him to
you
actively
said, because you
participating.
said please. I typed in please stop and you didn't do shit.
Who was it?
Hey,
Guarantee you it's Umbreon.
Well, considering that they typed in Jerry, I know that
The
it
roll
was
20.
between several people. I think Ainz and Umbreon were involved.
Why me? I literally just logged in the roll 20.
Somebody was referencing fucking Tales of the Gas Station, weren't they?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
anyway, let's continue.
Wait, what's Tales to the gas station?
That's for later.
Exactly.
After the session, Ainz. After the session.
After let's see. After that show, we're going to be moving to a bit more of a bit more of a different scene from that. About about I would like to say 30 feet from the tavern, not even too far. Someone has just discovered something that shouldn't be in a hay bale.
Austin,
Wow.
again? We talked about this.
Why?
Please, no.
It's not Buddy.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, good.
Something different. From inside the tavern, you guys can hear someone quickly running into the tavern and shutting the door quickly. They look to be out of breath and they look to have seen something horrible.
Oh, fine. That's my cue to turn around with all the rest of the people and just stare at the guy. That awkward stare of, you interrupted my drinking, this better be good.
Someone-
Quiet noises.
Someone get the guards.
I think
And
I
tell
witnessed
them
something.
what?
Someone get the guards, he says in a bit of a more
And
tense.
tell them what?
He starts stammering.
English, motherfucker.
I'm
Do
going
you
to get
speak it?
up, just down the rest of my ale, slam it on the bar, walk over to him, and then just stare him in the eyes. I'm like, look, the guards ain't gonna do shit if they, if we don't tell them what they're going into. So it better be a damn good reason.
He I found a body in
He's just gonna sigh.
in
Take me to
pieces.
it.
Starts to lead you. In the stable, you see also that the just about 3 rows away from the guy's horse, you have the shop, the your employer's horse. In a pile of hay, you see what looks to be an arm sticking out a bit, and then you see the rest of the arm. There's nothing attached to said arm. What do you do?
Uh-huh. Just the arm?
I mean, it looks like there could be more in the hay, but no one's moved the pilot around enough.
That's a good thing that I'm actually wearing gloves. So, I'm gonna start sifting through the hay for the actual body parts. And no, Austin, this definitely would not require a check. Body parts are ridiculously easy to find if they're that big of chunks in hay.
Yeah. you find a lot of different parts. They seem to be from one victim, from what you can tell. But you find a left arm, a left leg, and about half of a unfinished uh, head.
Unfinished head?
Yeah, it looks
Sorry,
like
as in it's not fully formed, or as in someone tried gnawing on it
gnawing.
and they didn't finish. Okay. I swear to God, if you're trying to force the ghoul fight right now, I will have you know they rarely go this far into the cities.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Good. Just making that.
Remember all the
perfectly clear.
descriptors I taught you, Austin.
Also, they are
I'm
not.
getting my notes. I'm getting my notes. Hold your
Glad
horses.
you took fucking notes.
The
blood flowing.
say that again.
Is there any blood? Yeah, is there any blood here?
Yes, there's blood here, but there's
Okay,
also
that is
the blood
immediately
seems
ruled
to be
vampires.
the. Let's see. Let's see. I'm
That
trying to
immediately rules out a noble's midday snack.
shredding. No, this would be more tearing. I think this would be considered ripping and tearing. Yes, from the head. From the arm and all that, it seems to have been slashed more than anything, but there's definitely some bites on it. So the actual thing that looks like it separated the arm looks to have been cut, roughly, but but there are several like chunks like almost bending out of the arm. The leg almost looks untouched, other than being cut right off where the thigh connects to the hip.
Okay. Is the body cold?
I gotta look at something real quick. Da-da-da-da. Yeah. How cold would a body be after this amount of time? Hey, Lucas. Limbs that have been from a deceased victim about 8 hours ago.
The answer is yes.
Is there still blood in it?
Yeah, a little. It's dripping.
That's a little surprising given the fact that it's been 8 hours.
Well, I'm saying 8 hours as a rough estimate.
I know.
At that point, you typically wouldn't have a warm corpse if blood has been draining from said appendage.
Yeah, the corpse is cold.
Alright, so it wasn't recent. Well,
because recent is a relative term.
Yeah. It wasn't recent enough for the person probably to still be hanging around. Or whatever. It's probably a person, to be perfectly honest. Most of the things that would have done this, most of the other things that would have done this would have been pretty easily noticeable in a town like this.
Yeah.
We also don't have any clothes to identify him. I'm just gonna look at the guy and say, could you go ask the bar owner if he had a stable hand who hasn't reported in a while?
I'm the stable hand.
Just looks at him again, looks back, looks at him. Then how the fuck did a corpse end up in your stable?
I don't know.
How did you not notice this?
I don't know. I mean, we have a second hand, but you know, it's just a. I mean, he kind of just backs. Fine, I'll go ask. As he kind of just backs off, not wanting to deal with the very intimidating looking man.
Incompetence at its finest. All right.
My favorite thing is if
so-
he ever runs into me and I'd throw him under the fucking bus.
But why?
Can I see if the bite marks are at least humanoid? As my Discord
Can
cut out.
I get
Look at
a? Can I get a medicine check? I believe for this one.
Yeah, medicine.
Because everything, yeah, either one. But everything else, I've been using your passive medicine for
Of all the times to nat one,
from what you could tell,
good thing I'm not being paid for this job.
from what you can tell, there's like you can't really tell. You like you can't really tell if it's humanoid or if it's more animal, or you can't really tell, unfortunately. The other guy who was sitting in the very back of the tavern, not sitting but standing in the back of the tavern, kind of like walks towards you. Kind of looks down at what you're looking at. On his armor, you can see the Free Sword logo on it. He kind of just,
Sword insignia.
yeah, the insignia is on his armor.
There's usually a rank attached with that.
I'm looking at the rank. He seems to be. I believe that should be rank 2 of the sellsword background. Or free sword, I mean, for the mercenary background.
Okay, so he's a full-fledged member.
Yeah, he's a full-fledged member. He kind of just he's just looking, hasn't said anything. Looking at the bites, and
I'm going to give it a moment and say, so, professional opinion?
they're definitely human bites, from what I can tell.
Thinking cannibal?
Most definitely. Anything else, like, why hear those? What I'm trying to think.
Well, no, that depends. Does the stable hand run regular hours? If the stable hand follows a schedule, that does mean that they would know when to dump the body to give them the most time to get away.
They normally interswitch hours, but normal working, yeah, they normally work from certain hours.
No, I mean that stable hand himself.
Him?
If he follows a very specific schedule,
No.
whoever did this would know when to would know when to dump the body.
That guy is very new to this area, from what I can tell. The other hand had a very strict schedule, though. But he hasn't been seen in the last few days.
I'm gonna go and look back at the head again. Just go, and he didn't look like this.
He takes a closer look. kind of turns the head to the less eaten side of it. Nope, that's him.
Ah,
Well, I guess you guys have a
Well-
time frame now.
So, question, Pacific. Your insignia, is it anywhere on you, out of question, or is this like, do you still have that insignia hidden for the free sword?
that would actually be located currently under the robe. Yeah, like under the robes, protected from the weather. But I would show that if he asked for credentials.
He most
The fact
likely.
alone that I recognized what his actual rank was just by looking at his insignia would already be proof enough that I'm at least someone knowledgeable with the order, if not
Okay.
straight up a part of it.
He would definitely ask what your rank is, out of curiosity for him.
I was gonna show him the insignia.
Okay. What are you doing in Void, out of curiosity?
Long-standing contract with no end time limit. Master died, so I needed to go get everything set up so I could finish the job.
Understand. Last job ended here, looking for new work. He kind of tilts the head a bit. If this is a cannibal, this is the first time anyone's found a body in town within the last 2 weeks, from what I've heard.
All the interesting shit happens when I'm gone.
Sorry to hear. Well, there may be a contract if the guards feel like it's required. You can never
That
tell.
Probably won't.
Yeah. He kind of leaves the head on where it is as he just kind of starts walking away. Good luck out there.
Good luck on your job hunt.
If there is any jobs you know about, do let me know if there's any new contracts. As he is going to go back into the tavern and start standing menacingly.
So, Austin, I'm going to start searching the barn for any signs of something that might have been used to kill this guy. Oh, barn. Stable.
Stable.
I think it's a stable.
Yeah, it's stable. So are you looking for a particular weapon or what could?
Well, it's clearly something with a cutting edge. So, anything that might be here or hidden here that has a cutting edge with a specific focus on anything that seems to have any sort of flecks of blood or rust on it. Well, rust from the oxidization, yeah.
Well, the pitchfork does seem to have a bit of blood on it, but you know that's kind of how the body was found.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just thinking of what you can
Also
use for
doesn't
your.
Yeah, hammer doesn't match the injuries, so I ain't bothering with that one.
Yeah.
And the pitchfork doesn't match the injuries.
Make me an investigation check. I'm trying to from what I can.
Why on earth am I rolling below average?
From what you can tell, you don't really see anything that was hidden here that could be or was here to be used as a cutting weapon.
So they decided not to be a dumbass and just chuck it into a hay bale?
You You don't seem to find anything.
Also, I do hope you realize that I am, in fact, taking apart the hay bales and then putting them back up.
Yeah,
in
I know.
order to double check this.
Yeah, I know. No. Other than some horse crap here and there, no. Like everything else seems to be okay.
Man, the guards are taking their sweet ass time getting here. If I had time to check the whole fucking stable.
Well, I mean,
And well, as you mentioned that Pacific, you see about 3 guards getting here.
Hmm.
Dressed in their uniforms, weapons ready. As you know, one of them approaches you and asks, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Looking for a murder weapon. Body's right over there.
Do you have your thing out or
Yes,
no?
it's still showing.
Okay. The guards are gonna, look at the body. Like, one of the guards gonna look at the body, and the other 2 are gonna help you try to find a weapon that could have been used. They're just wanting to know what the hell's going on. Are you gonna tell them the information you already know?
That depends. Are they going to ask?
They'll ask.
It appears that this may or may not have been a cannibal attack, though you might want to get a medical professional to verify the bite marks on that.
Yes, there is somebody in town that could verify this without a problem. We'll definitely get them on scene or take the body parts to them. Let's see. As they seem to be dead focused on trying to help you to find whatever was used to kill this person. Unfortunately, they find nothing.
And that's what I was hoping. Yeah, and I was hoping that that was not the case. That was what I was hoping would not happen. I was kind of hoping that this guy would be dumb enough to leave something, but he didn't, which makes this a little bit more difficult.
At which point, you see somebody. Let me look at this description. Actually, no, they wouldn't be here right now. Okay. We're gonna move from this scene to another scene for a moment.
Go ahead.
All right. Hey, Cameron.
Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay.
Where is your character currently? As we have just left the murder scene for a little bit to go ahead and focus on some other characters.
Well, they're trying to find a place to sleep for the night where they won't get caught, basically.
You head towards the stable, but now it's kind of surrounded by guards.
Who said she came in through the southern entrance?
Honestly, I feel like I was forgotten in that whole scene.
Well, that's because there's actually 2 inns.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
From what I can tell, you probably would have entered closer to the other one.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
To
wouldn't
give you
that
an
mean
idea, Cam, you're more likely, because the 2 inns are kind of near the opposite of town.
Okay.
So you're
Got it.
probably somewhere around here. If I
Wouldn't
just. Okay.
Wouldn't that mean there's 2 stables?
Yes. 2 separate stables. 2 separate
yeah.
inns, 2 separate stables. Each inn has its own stable.
Well, I'm going. Does the stable have a second floor? Like a hayloft.
Yes, actually, they do.
Right, I'm heading into the hayloft. Because least likely place for people to check. Yeah,
All right.
and my character is just exhausted. She's tired. She doesn't want to deal with people right now. Basically, I'm waiting for one of the other players to find me.
I understand.
Well, you see, I would have, but
Yeah,
Austin over there has kind of tied my character down to this place for an entire
I
day.
know.
Me sitting here peddling shit like, what am
Because
I,
my
fucking
original
chopped
plan
liver?
Like-
was because my original plan was to head over to the other inn, but apparently my contract extends until he gets to the market rather than the safety of the inn.
No, and what makes it even worse is like that would have been a perfect time. Like, oh hey, someone's still at the scene of the crime. Like,
No, it really wouldn't have been because technically speaking, your bite would still count as humanoid, even if it's more draconic in nature, and your teeth technically can cause.
You are on the top floor of the stable of the more nice of the taverns. The tavern outside, and you would have saw this by passing the tavern, getting to the stable. It's called the Lush Bowl. It's a higher class, the Lush Bowl, I believe, not bowl. It's a higher class establishment, definitely meant for more people who can afford a bit more coin for a nicer stay. The symbol of the tavern is a wooden bowl with leaves in a bit of a circular pattern around it. As anyone would enter this tavern, they would see the tavern is actually a bit more full than normal.
Two more floors.
As you know, it seems like a lot of these people are just there having trying to have somewhat of a good time in this murky place. People are getting drinks. There's a musician in the corner playing their heart out, and this is where. Hey, Carl,
Carl. Yes.
would you like to describe where you're sitting and what you look like?
So I wouldn't be sitting.
You
Because
wouldn't
that
be
makes
sitting.
me look like a lazy fuck that doesn't know what they're doing.
Okay, what would you do?
I would be standing, sort of walking around in a minor area, making an attempt to look like I know what I'm doing.
You're gonna make
I
yourself.
assume that there are some, like, boxes that, simply, aren't in use.
Yeah, there is a few.
Check some stuff. Ah, yes, I do have that. Good, good. I would be wearing my imitation fine clothes, of course.
Of course.
So I look the part of the fancy merchant, and I have the bullshit capability to do so. I'm a 6'4" bronze dragonborn with a little bit of chunk on him, but not too much. You know, like
Enough.
that healthy sort of like early dad bod stage?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at.
Cool.
Ooh.
Cool.
I am currently trying to get some down payments on some possible. What's the term I'm looking for? Documents. If somebody wants a document, I will see what I can do to get it for them. I will absolutely. We do an initial down payment, and if I can't get them their document, I will pay it back to them at some point. It will be within two to 3 days upon me realizing I cannot get them their document, of course. But I will always make the attempt.
You're gonna be out of town in 2 to 3 days, ain't ya?
Nope,
Yep.
probably not.
Um,
I don't run out with people's money. That's an easy way to get fucking killed.
let's see here. Are you using any of your background information?
My background is bullshitting.
I'm asking if you're using a background ability. That's what I'm asking. I'm not sure if you are or not, but
No, my back. Well, I probably would be. Actually, no, I'm not wanted here yet, so I don't need to.
okay. As you kind of like are walking around and all that, you no one seems to be too interested into your documents until a bit of a older gentleman, you know, calls you over after hearing what what you're saying.
Yep.
Hey,
I will approach.
dragon.
Yes, what can I do for you, sir? Need any new identification? Need any papers? Anything like that? And I'm gonna flash my certificate, and then I'm gonna put it away just as quick as I flash it. I can get you anything you need, anything you want, but within
down.
reason.
Sit down.
As you say, sir, and I will do so.
As he kind of leans in a little bit, I have some traits that are not really allowed in certain places.
You need me to get stuff in and out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very simple.
I'll see what I can do for you. Depends on where I'm going, because if it's on the way, absolutely can be done, no problem. If it's out of the way, it's
I
cost a little bit.
I need documentation to make sure my guys can travel there safely.
Well, where are you going?
He kind of leans in and he's like, I'm heading towards, well, I'm not heading anywhere. I'm keeping my happy ass here. My boys, however, are heading towards, Houstonburg.
Different kingdom then, well, different region, but let's see what I can do for you. It will
Fuck.
definitely take time.
And there I go dropping my mouse because I ain't got a decent mouse pad.
And here I go dropping my mouse again. Yeah.
Okay, just gotta stay awake, Cam. Your character's sleepy. That doesn't mean you need to be sleepy.
So, give me the documents in 2 days. I got.
I'll see what I can do. I do require a down payment because it keeps me up on the up and up and you the same, because I'm not going to take all of the payment. We also do need to discuss the price.
Can I see your certificate?
I will show him my Merchants Guild certification, well, membership certification.
Is it real or have you forged it?
Oh, it's a forged one.
Okay, hold
I
on,
have
Kevin.
no proper fucking papers, my guy.
Let's see. What's the DC of figuring out a?
That would be my deception versus his investigation.
Make
Also, do
your
I need to roll? Sorry, but do I need to roll something to make sure I stay hidden in the hayloft?
Lucas, that's not quite your deception.
I believe that's just your forgery. Your forgery kit.
He rolls forgery to set the DC because it's when he made the papers, and then at any point that DC
Technically,
is
I
checked
didn't
against,
make my papers.
then it's whoever made your papers DC on their forgery check.
Yeah, so it would fall under my false identity stuff, which is upon spending an hour writing and talking to the right people and succeeding on a medium DC charisma deception check, you can create yourself a new identity with fake identification.
So that's
DC
a
15.
yeah. Okay.
Luke, it would have been better if you did it yourself.
He got an 8. So
Looks legit, fam.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks legit. He kind of. So how much you? How much is the full price?
let's do a little bit of back and forth. So pitch me your price. We'll see how I'm feeling about it. I understand that bargaining isn't complete necessity as far as transactions go, especially considering the lengths to which I may have to go to obtain certain documents.
4. 4.
You're joking, right?
What?
He holds out 4 gold pieces.
And how many documents do you need?
1.
We're discussing the down payment, correct? Because totaled up, 4 is going to be a bit short,
Yes, this is the down payment.
which I typically like to have that as roughly 25%. So upon completion, we have
16.
mhm.
If you get it to me by tomorrow, I'll give you 20.
You, sir, have piqued my interest and gotten yourself a deal.
He slides the 4 gold pieces.
And I will extend my hand to shake on it.
He does so
Remember,
too.
and remember, if I cannot obtain it, it's your money back.
As you shake his hand, it feels a little cold to your touch. Well, I think my business is done here for the night. May I have your name?
My friend, just call me Carl. And I'd recommend sticking with that.
Got it.
Hmm.
My associates called me. He kind of looks you in the eye. Looking at my notes real quick, what this guy is. My friends call me Durvern.
Well, let me just tell you this. I will refer to you as my client, because if I don't need to know your name, it's not quite as much of an issue.
Hold
Now,
on.
you know mine is something that lets you figure out where I am at any point. I don't need to know yours because I don't need to know who hired me to do certain things in the event that someone starts asking questions.
He
I don't have a lot of friends.
he leaves his half unfinished drink on the table and puts a silver piece under the cup and walks away, not saying anything else.
All right, I'm going to pocket that for gold, so I'm sitting at 9 right now. I really wish that I had the money for a forgery kit. But that's going to be... I'll have enough for that at the end of all of that.
The they make their way out. this goes on. Are you staying at this tavern, Carl?
I will certainly be staying in. Well, I'll let you know where I'm staying. Once I figure that out. So far, yes.
After all of that, let's see, what is Cam's passive stealth? Cam, what's your stealth modifier?
My stealth modifier is +2.
That means your stealth thing is a. Cameron, as you are asleep, getting some much needed rest, you wake up to the sound of someone saying, "Holy shit!"
Gonna pick up my head and look around.
Your vision is a bit blurry, but you see this one guy who seemed to be covered in straw and all that, and he is currently holding a hay bale. Looks like he was about to throw it down to get some new hay up. He seems to be a stable hand.
Let me guess, he noticed me.
Yeah, I mean that's why I rolled the d20. Commander's.
Yet again.
Oh, I
Well,
just
no.
saw that 16.
Yeah, I used your passive stealth because you weren't actively trying to hide.
Yeah.
No, she was actively trying to hide before she fell asleep, which means you should have rolled for that.
All right, Cam, make me a stealth check.
20.
Yeah. And I was about to say, passive stealth's more of like if you aren't trying to hide your presence, but you aren't trying to make yourself known, it's seeing whether or not someone would notice you walk into a room.
As you think, "Oh shit, I must have been caught," you take a closer look, and he's just like he picks up like a shiny
Like, holy
silver.
shit. Oh,
What?
okay, so he got lucky.
Yeah, he got lucky. He found a silver piece just lying up here.
Alright. I'm just gonna slowly. Like an underwater animatronic, I am just gonna slowly sink back into the hay. Like,
Huh.
I haven't been caught yet. I'm not gonna get caught. I can just get a solid 8 hours of sleep and then figure out where the fuck I am in the morning.
Don't you have that question? Do you still have that thing that's in your shoulder?
I do.
Okay, it hurts a bit.
I know it does. I'm kind of getting used to it at this point.
All right, the stable hand doesn't notice you for the rest of the night. Carl,
Hey, but no. Before you finish that, because I'm gonna bonk you on the head and give you a helping hand, because since you proceeded to place a murder where I sleep. Hey, stable boy, as the 7.5 foot tall Goliath walks into the barn of the nicer establishment.
Oh
the
my god.
stable,
I looked for
the
the
stable,
where I was gonna sleep, but I'm not allowed to leave the inn.
the stable man kind of goes over the side of the second place where they keep all the hay and all that, like the second story of it. One moment, as he quickly pockets the silver piece and climbs down the ladder after chucking the hay, making sure not to hit you.
I'm silently thinking, God damn it, I just want to get some fucking sleep. I haven't. Just let me sleep, universe.
Is there something I can help you with?
How much does a room at the Leafy Bowl Inn cost?
You mean the Lush Bowl?
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's a bowl made of leaves, and I'm drunk as shit.
About 3 silver a night, I think. I mean, that's something you talk to someone inside about, though.
Cool. I'll pay you 2. I'm sleeping in the barn.
Uh.
She proceeds to walk in on the first floor of the barn, looks at one of the stalls where her horse probably kept, kind of kicks in the hay. This will do. Drops her bag by it, sets her warhammer down next to it, and flops down the hay, waits for the kid to make his way back.
He is going to make his way over to you, and he's okay with this. He just wants his payment.
Exactly. Toss him 2 silver.
Okay, he's gonna pocket, like, he's gonna think to himself, man, today's just a great day.
Exactly.
I am a luck bringer.
No, it's just that easy. Just, oh, a room's this? Well, I don't fit in a room. And this is a shittier place, so I'll pay you 2/3 of that. I'm sleeping here. Take it up with your boss. Don't take it up with your boss. Not my problem. I paid someone. I'm sleeping here.
Alright.
You may continue with whatever else you're doing.
He kind of like, he shuts the gate, so you're mostly obscured, so no one would, see you if they were to just come in and take a quick look. You're somewhat obscured with the gate.
Shrugs. I'm a Goliath. I paid to stay here. I don't give a damn who knows I'm here or not.
He's going to do his thing. Yes, Cam?
Processing some things. How did a Goliath get here?
He walked in from the bar, he got drunk.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Good question. Ask my character to her face.
Yeah. More of a, so, he's going to, do his job and pretend you're not there and make sure that, he doesn't disturb you. After an hour, he's going to go inside.
Mm-hmm.
How well are you at dealing with loud snoring?
I mean, I assume the Blood Hunters, like, it was more of a dormitory situation, so...
No, you lived with,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm not that good with loud snoring. Especially
You
since
better
I've got
get used to it now.
I got really sensitive ears, so... Ooh.
Okay.
And at this point, Buddy's just thinking, why, world, why do you have to keep punishing me? Just an, oh, woe is me feeling.
As Carl's doing that thing, Cam's doing that, Pacific's doing that. Paige,
Yo, what's up?
what are you doing? What is your character doing?
My character?
Yep.
Oh, that. Good question. Reason why I say good question is she would probably be wandering through town.
You've heard the same rumors of a literal giant has made their way into town and is beating people in arm wrestling contests, and you make me a perception check.
Alright, give me a second.
You hear rumors of some people that she has bested are going to, maybe, if they have the courage or the balls, they're going to maybe gang up and try to take her on in an actual fight, but those are just rumors.
I would like to find this person and warn them of the rumors.
Fucking bet. Come at me, mate. I got my chair. Swear on me, mom.
Hey, Apex. That was funny. I will admit that. That was funny. But so make me a. Let's see. Trying to track someone down.
Survival.
I believe, yeah, survival or investigation, since she's in a
That
town.
depends. What is she trying to do in order to track them? Is she actually tracking them by footprints?
Oh
Or is
no,
she
I'm
gonna
just
follow
looking
the rumor
around.
trail?
I
I
guess
can
I'll
tell
follow the
you,
rumor
most
trail.
towns would
The
have
rumor
cobbled
trail would be
roads.
more persuasion and insight.
So
Yeah.
hmm,
You're just gonna ask around.
yep. I'm probably just gonna ask around and follow the rumor trail.
Make me a persuasion and insight check. Make
Alright.
two separate checks, both one with persuasion, one with persuasion, and one with insight.
Oh dear.
Gotta love the fact that it's like, yes, practically no information, but hey, at least it's true information.
Yeah, practically no information, but it's true information. You know, people are like, they're giving you very vague stuff that is somewhat true. Like, stuff you already know, like she's good at arm wrestling, she's apparently really strong. Or, you do know that they are a she from what most people are telling now. But that's about it. You don't know where they are. But they do let you know that, if you ever want to try your luck against someone as strong as her, the Mucky Unicorn Pub was the last place she was saw. But that was about it.
Honestly, I feel like they just want to see a halfling get thrown across the room.
Well, I'm up there.
You're going to the Murky Unicorn Pub?
Yep.
Paige? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Paige, confirm you're going to the Murky Unicorn Pub. I didn't hear you.
I am going to the murky. I'm going to that place.
The Murky Unicorn Pub. By the time you get there, there is a few guards, and they kind of like closed off the stables. Pacific, how long would you be staying at the stable? Looking around.
Until I pass off the information to the guards, and then just head inside to go get the room arrangements set up.
All right.
Because I'm not being paid for this. I'm not going to get involved.
All right.
Just going to keep it. The only reason why I even investigated is because active threat to my current contract. If the killing's
Austin?
that old, then I don't have anything really to worry about.
Austin, I'd like
one room here is about 4 copper a night.
Austin?
Just 4 copper? Holy shit.
Well, that doesn't include food or anything. That's just the
Don't
room.
give a shit.
That just bored.
Yeah, that's still pretty nice. Yeah.
Austin?
All right. Yes, Paige?
The moment she sees the guards everywhere, she kind of goes, nope, and goes to the other one. She goes to the other end of town.
You're gonna go to the other end because you don't want to deal with this?
Oh yeah, big time.
Hooray! I'm alone.
Law-abiding citizen.
So, Paige, you go to the other end as specific. How many nights are you paying for?
Just the one. I only
Okay.
have to be here for one because this is where my because this is where
I still
my
have to ask. I still have to ask.
Listen, I already informed you about all this shit beforehand, and before you threw this curveball at me.
All right, Paige. you make your way down to the lush the the lush bowl or bull, which I think it was supposed to be, but it's the sign outside is a wooden bowl surrounded in a circle of leaves. It seems to be a higher class tavern, and I've said this information multiple times, but I'm going to say it again. So you're at the entryway of this place. What do you do? Hey,
Assuming I don't know what a giant. I'm assuming I'm looking for a giant person.
from what the rumors have said,
So, are there any giants in the room?
there's this really tall dragonborn. They're probably the biggest in the room right now.
Is that me? Because I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I mean, I'm not tall for a dragonborn. I'm on the average size,
Yeah, but you're still like 6 something, right?
6'4".
Question here. How tall is this compared to everyone else?
About 5'4", 5'6", somewhere around there.
God, people are short.
Not who I'm looking for.
Yep.
He didn't even check if it was a female. They all said a giant woman.
Eins, a giant is larger than at least 2 feet than a person.
When you come to realize why your race is just like terrifying sometimes. Ah, yes. Fuck you, I'm tall, but this is average height.
So
I am also wearing
Question.
I'm
Is the
clearly
tall
wearing.
person... Great question. Is the tall person sort of like sitting with someone?
are you, Lucas?
I would be sitting alone after my buddy left.
All right. He seems to be sitting alone, or they seem to be sitting alone.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Carl.
Ah, new person. What can I do for you? Or I'm guessing you weren't here when I made my business propositions.
Nope.
Well, so be it. But,
Apparently there's a giant in town.
Well then.
Yeah, challenging to beat people to arm wrestling contests.
That sounds like an interesting person.
Yeah, I heard all the people that they beat are gonna gang up on them later.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah. From what I heard, it's at the other end, but that has a lot of guards over there.
Oh.
Not sure what happened, but they might try to start searching through town, so be careful.
Oh God. I'm scared.
So, Crow,
Mm-hmm.
what was your character's business propositions?
Well, I can get you documents if you need any. Perhaps something not quite as easily found here.
Can I see your documents to be able to produce these?
Perhaps. But that's just formalities.
Crow, would your character show it to mine?
Well, I wouldn't have them on me. That's if I get robbed, I kind of lose any sort of leverage I have.
True. She goes, so I'm guessing you're not able to produce it at this moment, right?
That would possibly get me robbed, so no. Not at the moment.
Oh, before we continue, hey, Pacific.
Yes.
I was wrong on the per night's rule for your tavern. I apologize. It's a copper
Just one.
for one night. Yes.
That's a pretty big difference, Austin.
Yes. I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had something else for bribing the stable guy. I apologize.
That wouldn't even necessarily be a bribe. I just have to go talk to the innkeeper for that. Whatever. Continue.
So we
Well,
were in the
if
middle.
I see anyone who needs any certain type of documents, I'll let you know.
I do down payments first, though. It's better for business.
Indeed. Well, I'm just going to assume that they're probably not here.
Are you looking for somebody?
The giant.
I would be inclined to think not, no.
Well, I'm heading over to the stables if you need me.
Alright. Well, you know where to find me. And if you have any friends that might need anything...
Oh, I know. Crow,
So-
she whispers something to you.
You whispered? Did you?
Hold on, I'm whispering to your character now.
Okay.
Quick question, Crow, which is your character? Are you the KDO or the John?
I'm Carl.
The
Okay, thank you.
Bronx
Mm.
And the crowd
Guys.
grows silent.
Yes.
Yeah. Just making sure you guys are still here.
Yep.
We are. We are.
I'm waiting for the whisper.
I'm waiting for Paige to get. All right. So while this is going on for a moment,
I'll be right back.
while that's going on, um, currently right now, let's see, Umbreon,
Yeah,
what is your character currently doing?
my character is currently looking for people with a criminal background.
And how are you doing that?
That's just a check I make. It just says survival.
One moment. Put up the ability to let you do that.
It's not an ability, it's just a check I get to make.
It's like trying to find anybody.
Yeah, it's just a survival check. At Bounty Hunter, I get to add my profession dice, but I don't.
Sorry, what are you trying to find people for?
I'm looking for people with a criminal background. And I said if I had bounty hunter.
Not survival. 'Cause
Bounty hunter says
survival-
it is.
Well, hold on. Where?
Bounty hunter, the talent says it's survival wisdom check.
Wait, bounty hunter?
That's a talent
For
that I don't
the-
have.
Oh. No,
But
if you're using survival to track them down. If you're looking for someone with the criminal background, but you don't know who has
You
the
have to
criminal
know
background,
who to
survival would not
ask.
help. You would have to use insight or investigation. Probably insight in this case, unless you're frisking people.
insight check, I go +4.
That's one of those things where survival would not help you because you don't know who's the criminals and who aren't.
Yeah, if you don't know who to ask.
Tell
man.
by their shoes.
Question: is this just a background thing, or is this
No, this is an actual skill check.
Okay, so I determined the DC of it. Okay, duly
But
noted.
if you look at his results and figure out what the hell he really would get based on the result, but yeah.
Huh. So you're just looking around and the as you're looking around, you see this one guy kind of in an alleyway, kind of like kicks something over and is like cursing a little bit. Damn it! Thought I could beat her.
My character's like, ooh, what has your trousers in a tussle?
He kind of looks over to you. And would you like to describe your character?
My character is wearing a.
Oh, that's not your token.
That's the wrong one. Kurisu's not out yet. Has